If you're new here, I'm Fujoshi Green Tea Gal, aka the ass-winged angel who won't be caught slipping when it comes to BL content in my shows. And for all time always, I'm going to give a quick and dirty rundown of the BL hopefuls airing next in every season. Each handpicked morsel tailored specifically to your refined palate. Let's dig in. It's not just baseball, it's extreme! Not to be confused with Princess 9, Cinderella 9, Occultic 9, or Norn 9. Tribe 9 is a completely over-the-top anime that looks like an insane mashup of the Akudama Drive's neon tech noir. The world ends with Yu's colorful beatdowns, and the skill and cold calculation of 1 ounce. If all these needlessly pretty smirking faces seem familiar, it's because Tribe 9 is the new hotness from the minds behind Danganronpa, the edgiest edge to ever edge. The anime focuses on Haru, a soft boy and murder ball noob who needs to be shown the ropes and protected by a collection of colorful hotties, in a, you guessed it, mostly male cast. Tribe 9 takes a weaponized version of America's favorite pastime and plunks it into a neon post-apocalypse with a sky-high electric bill. If nothing else, Japan loves to take a normal activity and add cocaine for our entertainment. This is not a complaint. Keeping with the sporty theme is Tsurune, which will finally drop after being announced back in 2020, though that delay is pretty understandable. In case you forgot, Tsurune was a sunny slice-of-life archery anime that gently fluttered down from KyoAni back in 2018. I remember it quite fondly since it combined several of my interests: soft boys, archery, low-key coming-of-age stories, and of course, BL. There was unaired season 2 footage kicking around, and someone on the dev team whispered, "It's free real estate." So they reworked it into a new movie. I do wonder where the show will go from here now that Minato has gotten over the yips, but the movie's in the capable hands of Violent Evergarden's director, so I'm sure we have nothing to worry about. I read the first chapter of Sasaki and Miyano, then promptly stopped reading when I heard it was getting an anime adaptation because no spoilers, bro! TLDR, this is about Fudanshi Miyano, who spends most of his days reading special yaoi books while lamenting his pretty boy Bishoujo looks, until he has a run-in with local bad boy Sasaki, who only wants to get closer to him. It's just one charming teen rom-com shenanigan after another. It even has that insufferably twee handwritten font, but I'm a sucker for that sort of thing if it's done right. And it looks like their awkward but tender romance will be baked to perfection this January. Since this is adapted from an actual BL manga, the bromance is a given. Farao no Soretsu, or Requiem of the Rose King, already love that title, is set in the Middle Ages during the War of the Roses, when everyone and their mom was vying for the throne of England. Rose King stands out because it's not often you get an intersex protagonist, as Richard possesses both male and female parts.
Which one are you?
I'm both at once, and I'm neither one.
It's nice to see conservative Japan branch out in this way. Rose King clearly likes to play around with gender norms, but since this story takes place in the Middle Ages, that open-mindedness can only go so far. Richard will, trigger warning, suffer in the way many sexually and physically atypical people do in times when the masses mistreat, exile, or kill what they don't understand. So be prepared for some toxic family drama woven through the plot. Richard might be a hermaphrodite, but he's still referred to as he, and usually male presents. The trailer shows Richard being hit on and manhandled by age-appropriate husbandos, so I think it's safe to call Rose King a BL-friendly anime. I'm sure there's gonna be some gender-confused shenanigans, but they still continue hitting on him after learning his name is Richard. If this weren't meant to skew BL, Boobs Dude Richard would be surrounded by women and not dashing handsome men. So I think we've struck Fujo pay dirt here. Shuttlecock. And no, I'm not above a tasteless dick joke, what up? Anyway, it's been a whole minute since I saw dudes playing badminton, so bring it on. Jokes aside, this is an all-ikemen sports anime that looks like it's shaping up to be a sporty redemption arc starring Mikoto, prodigy at the sport who suffered a devastating loss in high school and leaves badminton behind. But his love of the game is rekindled years later by a coworker who's an ace on and off the court. I imagine they'll get along exceedingly well. Ah yes, my fresh crop of soccer twunks has arrived. What's up, boys? It's an all-male, all-ikemen sports anime, and I do mean all-male. Expect to see at least 25 different dudes this season alone. All these 5-man teams are giving me Prince of Stride vibes already. So for there not to be one drop of BL in such a show would be a crime against nature, and I won't stand for it. Can you believe there are 2 different anime about men being reincarnated as pretty girls this season? So why the f am I bringing this up? Fantasy Bishoujo Jiniku Oji-santo set my Fujo senses off for being yet another one of those anime where a guy is thrown into a woman's body, but is still fully aware of it and mentally unchanged, i.e. male.
The f y'all looking at?
Kinda like how Mushoku Tensei's MC is really a grown-ass 44-year-old man in that 12-year-old body. So when he does inappropriate shit like throw heat at adult men he just met, it's an extra layer of Fantasy Bishoujo is channeling that Kurogado energy when 2 guys get isekai, but only one gets the waifu treatment. And the now female MC can't help but notice how handsome his best friend is and vice versa. Did I mention this was billed as a rom-com? Cause it is. Half the adventure is them trying desperately not to fall for each other. MC hopes to get his hentai protagonist male body back, but by the time he finds it, he may not even want it.
お前が望むなら女の体になって抱かれてやってもいいんだぜ。どうもる。
Ooh, is that a fresh-faced shonen protagonist and his inseparable cute blonde bestie? My favorite. So Orient is already up my alley before I've even read the plot synopsis. Inspired by the actual real-world decline of the Japanese samurai, Musashi and Kojiro navigate a rapidly shifting world where those who hunt demons have become shunned outlaws themselves, which means chasing their demon-slaying childhood dreams will be a literal battle. Orient is that dude trying to outshine the sun over-the-top hyper-masculine fare that fits in well with the Sengoku Basara or Garo franchise. And it's just one of at least 3 potentially romantic, action-heavy, us-against-the-world anime coming out next season. There's also Sapikui Bisco, a quirky high-octane show starring odd couple Bisco and Milo, as they race to cure a strange disease plaguing their post-apocalyptic world by hunting down rare mushrooms. They'll definitely butt heads, but they absolutely need each other. And Tokyo 24th Ward, a glossy Technicolor action drama from Cloverworks about 3 estranged childhood friends that are suddenly reunited by becoming Tokyo's self-appointed protectors in the not-too-distant future. Madhouse is dropping Goodbye Dongeris, a lush, lovingly drawn, tender coming-of-age movie about a group of boys discovering themselves over one very memorable summer. Case Study of Vanitas will be lighting up our lives once again with Season 2 this January. Season 1, of course, being a Fudojanti and pansexual's wet dream, and even wrapped with a nice bromance-tinged final episode. So for some reason you've been sleeping on this show, it's time to wake your ass up. And last but never least, Legend of Galactic Heroes. Seems like all the OG mildly homoerotic space operas are getting the movie treatment these days. I plan to speak at length about Legend of Galactic Heroes in Season 5 of Romantic Subtext. And yes, I really did plan that far ahead already. But as far as this installment is concerned, expect Reinhardt to continue playing the part of the grieving widower, conquering the universe because he promised his late husband he would. And that is it for me. Which of these are you most looking forward to? Let me know in the comments below, like, share, and subscribe, and feel free to check out the other BL-laden content on this and the sister channel. Thanks for watching, and please enjoy another tasteless end plate loop. Bye for now.